Warning: the views of the Grunt Gang are not necessarily the views of the Good Brothers or the Talking Shop community. Brothering should always be done softly and at a safe distance. Please enjoy the show at your own risk. Ladies, gentlemen, hoots, and falcons nesters, you are now tuned in to a Talkn Shop Patreon community podcast. Your hosts, Darren, Big Mel, Tony, the Fall Down Man, and DJ Dominguez, also known as
Grunt Gang. It's the Grunt Gang.
Recap.
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 Hey, yo, you know me or you don't, but you don't know why we're here. I am DJ Dominguez of Talkn Shop Live fame. I have the Grunt Gang here because we're here for the very first episode of the Grunt Gang recap. Hey,
Let's go. Let's go.
we're going to
Let's
quickly
go.
intro ourselves because we are to the masses today and we are in full strength. So we need to know who everybody is so nobody's asking anymore. First and foremost, Tony, the Fall Down Man, longtime listener, Falcons Nester. He is my favorite commenter, most read emails. If you're ever listening to Talkn Shop on the regular and you heard a hilarious email, it was likely Tony, the Fall Down Man. He is the king of the Talkn Shop chat. He is also the Grunt Gang king of data and research. He is our head of that. So if you see him furiously typing, I promise he's about to say something important, and I'll actually shut the fuck up for him to say it. He's also our Grunt Gang recruiting specialist. Tony, you have anything else to add?
No, man. Thank you so much for that great introduction. I appreciate it, Daniel.
You lying motherfucker. Speaking of motherfuckers, Aaron's here. Darren. Yeah, my man Darren, my long time Talkn Shop Falcons Nest OG, Bullet Club signature collector. He was at the Bullet Club block party, for goodness sakes. Legit.
That's what's up.
Jiu-jitsu purple belt. If you ever hear us calling him a different belt name, it's because we're risking our lives for the pop. He is the Grunt Gang president, three-time Mania attendee. He's been to all 30 MLB ballparks. And honestly, in my opinion, the Talkn Shop Patreon chat outlaw. He holds the records for most mutes, most bans. We mute him on our own show, even though we love him so much. Darren, the pull guard man, how you doing? Where you at? What's going on?
So right now I'm in Germany. I'm 6 hours ahead of Eastern time zone. At this point, I'm going to do something I've always wanted to do since we're Talkn Shop adjacent at this point. I've got a beer. And I'm going to crack a beer
Wow.
live on the pod. Yeah, man.
That is an amazing moment right there.
Nice. Love it.
Talkn Shop. The tradition continues. And in full Talkn Shop form, I was given instructions by the machine gun that it ain't Talkn Shop Network if we ain't putting ourselves over. We are the Grunt Gang, brought to you by Talkn Shop. We have our own pod that we do where we argue about certain wrestling things from a fan's perspective, because that's what we are. We'll continue into that. We need to talk about Big Mel, our producer, the Grunt Gang VP, a legit TV director, podcast producer, NC State Wolfpack for life, the first down guy, third down equalizer. He is just experienced in so many things. He is our glue, and I listen to him. I even shut up to listen to him when I'm not looking at myself and listening to myself. I can keep going through stats, but let's go Slim before he tells me keep it moving like he does. Welcome, Slim.
Let's go,
Talk to the good
man.
people.
Let's go. Let's go, man. Just really excited to be here, man. Thank you all for being on this journey with me and for the people. Let's do this.
Absolutely. And now time for the big self put over, because this is Talkn Shop Network, baby. This is me, DJ Dominguez, the sound effect and DJ for the Talkn Shop Live every Wednesday night. I also created the themes, Show Me the Light for the Good Brothers, the one they've been taking all over the planet, winning titles all over the planet. You hear it twice every time they're booked, when they walk in and then when they win and leave. I made that shit. I also made Big Bad and Angry for Festus, the secret twin brother of LG. I'm a musician, rap artist, and all around homie to these three guys right here. and we are here to run down all things Talkn Shop, all things Good Brothers, and some things pro wrestling and pop culture, and whatever the fuck else my homies bring up. We're going to talk about that. So now you know us. Now you know why we're here. Got some work to do, baby, in a short amount of time, too. So first and foremost, the Wednesday is a big day for the Good Brothers. Usually they drop a pod in the morning to the masses, like we are right now, thanks to Bleav. And then in the evening, it's Talkn Shop Live. Me and Mel are behind the scenes and they're almost getting fired every week. Tony and Darren are usually in the chat making the most hilarious comments and popping me while I'm trying to do my job. This one was a special one. The brothers were on with the guys from the Late Nite Grin trying to take our jobs, man. So that's why we're here. We have a lot to talk about. There was 2 podcasts on that Wednesday. The first one went to the masses. The brothers had Joe or Joel and a new face, a new voice, Kaedon, young man with some strong opinions. It was a fun one. I know there's a lot to talk about. Tony, what were your takeaways from that? I have a ton too.
Yeah, I was listening to the podcast from Monday with Finn Balor.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah,
and yeah, I mean, so that one was just Machine Gun and Finn talking about their time in New Japan, Finn's current time in AAA and working with the Undertaker, and of course the impact of AJ Styles. But one thing that was brought up that I wanted to get your guys' opinion on. They were talking about WrestleMania and that Dom against Finn is just going to be fire, which I totally agree with. I think people aren't talking about it as much as they should. I think that's going to be just a huge match. But Machine Gun pitched about being Finn's heaters and wanting to do just OC Balor Club back to OC, and I was curious. Do you think we could possibly see like this feud between Dom and Finn continuing, and potentially seeing like a Balor Club with the Good Brothers against Judgment Day, maybe at a SummerSlam?
That is quite a take, and I'm glad that you're talking about it now that we haven't talked about it enough. So here's our chance. I think I was so heartbroken from him wanting to get us all fired that I might have missed that. So I'm glad you brought it up.
He definitely wanted us fired, bro. He wanted us. Sure.
They're talking about me. That's what's important. I didn't even listen to the wrestling after that. They're talking about me. They're talking about my boy Mel.
He said Slim and DJ need to get fired.
Yeah, fuck us, man. And then Machine Gun's like, yeah. They're gone for sure. And then he's like, hey guys, have your own show.
Yeah.
All right.
Going the 180.
Absolutely. But that match is a reason a lot of people should be watching Mania. Actually, Dom versus Finn. I don't see it being anything but outstanding on all pro wrestling fronts, whether it's the entertainment side or the actual in-ring thing. And the potential of the brothers coming back to the WWE for the umpteenth time. Darren, how would you react to that, seeing that the brothers gave us a schedule to run down, which we can do whenever, but I mean, there's special appearances on certain days that they didn't specify, right? Like, of course, Darren, you're going to be there in Vegas. I don't know if you've been given the Iggy. I know you're living the gimmick right now. Well, what would you think about the brothers coming into heat for them, for Finn?
Dude, that would be everything I've ever needed. Honestly, I've waited for the Demon to come back for forever. That in and of itself, to me, is like the whole match. There's so many iconic paint jobs that Finn has done over his career. Most notably the Joker one, easily my favorite one that he's ever done. But I saw a meme today, actually, while we were talking about it, and said, Demon Finn's going to come out, and it had the whole paint job, but on his chest it had the Dude Wipes sponsorship. And I was like,
oh my God.
I was like, okay, I could see it, but I really don't want to see it.
Yeah,
because I've
it's
waited so long for this. And then, like, if we were to get the potentiality for Gallows and Anderson to do kind of like a run in, oh my
yeah,
goodness, like I'd be in heaven. That's
yeah, it would be
everything I would
great.
want in
Yeah.
one match.
We might want to deep dive on Finn in the paint for another day because I know you're an OG New Japan watcher. Like you have, you're the guy to ask about this, in my opinion. I know when he comes out in certain colors, he usually takes a L. If he comes out in other colors, he doesn't. One question about this, so we don't deep dive fully. Also, having dude wives, having sponsors come in at the wrong times of stuff is such a thing, and I absolutely hate that. Mel, didn't you get your new Dubby shipment today?
I did.
Wow.
Speaking of, right here, and you get a little shaker cup with it. I go to w.gg and enter promo code Grunt GanG and get 10% off your order. Good shaker cups like this and all these amazing flavors that come with it is great, yo. Check it out. And sponsor the programs and people that sponsor your boys. You know what I mean? Support the good people that support your good homies.
Yeah.
Most importantly, that promo code is 2 words. I tried it with 1, doesn't work. Check out the Cherry Limeade. They just dropped that last week. I'm looking forward to that. Again, flavor profile, energy, everything's great with W. So shout out to them, and I appreciate their support.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
if you ain't down with that, we got 2 words for you, Grunt GanG. So, yeah, the sponsor thing, I really hope that Finn doesn't have a sponsor on him because I really hate when things just get interjected into something when you have momentum and then all of a sudden there's like a sponsor. God, that's so weird. I hate when that happens. But so he has his colors. One thing I wanted to know about Finn, if the brothers come in as a heater, was the demon somebody who was usually solo or did the demon have a squad? Because Finn, Prince Devitt had a squad, right? But the clips I saw, I wasn't watching all that much back then. New booty in there, my bad. But the clips I did see was Demon Balor in black and gray getting turned on by the Bucks. So he didn't seem like a guy that would have a squad. Would the demon have a squad? Is what I need to know from you, Darren. Knowing the history of the demon.
I'd say not. As much as I would love to, see that, it's always like wrestling's always your persona turned up to 11, right?
Right.
The demon is Finn turned up to 15, 16.
Yeah.
So it would make it seem like he wouldn't need, any backup. But the last time we saw him, he took a loss in the Hell in a Cell. So I hope they do it right this time. It's just recently he was talking about how maybe that chapter's been put behind him. So I hope they put the best foot forward. I know there's been a lot of creative issues with, WWE, TKO and the back and forth and all that. I just hope that they land this, everything else aside. Just give me this one moment. That's what I've waited so long for.
Yes. And that demon WrestleMania entrance would be just what WrestleMania is all about in my eyes too. So I'm glad they're
absolutely
so. Sorry, before we move on off of I just want to say that was kind of my introduction. Well, sort of because I saw some of the videos of Finn and the Bullet Club back in New Japan and everything, but with the demon, my first introduction to him was NXT.
Promo's kind of alluding to it. He's back, things like that. If I'm a betting man, which I am, I'm betting on the demon coming back. I'm hoping he's not wearing just black and gray because there's some thoughts on that too, right, Darren? I wonder if there's betting lines on that. Oh, that's not our pod, but still.
Yeah, we better not mention that. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. But of course, I would love to see them.
But
a demon entrance at WrestleMania would be fucking dope. That'd be dope.
So, Tony, can you fantasy book quickly what if the demon shows up? How do we get the good brothers in there? I know we like fantasy booking. The brothers may not, even though they were coerced into it from Kaedon, the newbie, on the Wednesday show. I got ideas, but I like Tony. Tony's our research guy. I trust Tony.
It's clicking away.
Well, what I would love to see is, and I think we're definitely getting the demon at WrestleMania. The demon, I think, needs to be strong. So have him just beat Dom, and then maybe the Monday after WrestleMania, Finn's in the ring, and Judgment Day comes out and beats him down, and then DJ Dominguez's music plays. The Good Brothers come out, even the odds.
Oh my God.
And just set up this giant trios feud.
Because, you know, the Raw traditionally after Mania is set up for the big debut, big re-debuts. So, I mean, what bigger stage, what bigger time than to have that moment? Yeah, I love that, Tony.
Woo! Woo!
So,
Made me forget about mine.
it makes one sense. Makes way too much sense.
That is a good brother pop right there. And it does give the Demon, I feel like the Demon hasn't gotten love recently when it comes to the win-loss. So Darren, real quick, if the Demon comes out in colors with colors on, are we betting on him? And if he comes that in black and white or grays, are we not betting on him? What do you know, like his record? I feel like there's a thing about that you
I mean,
know
of
better
course,
than I.
you know, there's a mythos to all of that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
as with all things, you know, WWE might actually do a deep dive and kind of, you know, stick their thumb at that. So we're in uncharted waters with a lot of that stuff. So I'm not going to be putting betting odds on it. It is in Las Vegas, but I'm going to steer clear of my bookie and all that stuff.
All right. So we're fantasy booking, but we're not fantasy my booking. Got it. Yeah, I think I love that Monday night thing, Tony. And like I said, the brothers aren't being, you know, 100%. They do have quite a schedule for WrestleMania weekend. If we want to run through that, please, somebody who reads better than I.
So Wednesday the 15th, they have
Wednesday
a
the 15th.
CWC autograph signing at FSW Arena. Then the 16th, Million in My or pro signing at Bell, or a show at the Bells at 4:00 at the EBTQ Center. Then House of Glory versus the Hardys at the Palms Casino at 8. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. Then on the 17th, WrestleCon from 9 in the morning to 12. From 2, the Texas Wrestling Cartel at the FSW Arena. There's a to be announced at 9 on 4/17. I don't know what that is.
And that's
they have a JCW
that's a
event
Friday night.
Friday night at TBA. We can speculate and say that. Then on the 18th, they have another WrestleCon event. They'll be there from 9 to on the 18th. Then at 3:00, there's a Good Brothers Mania watch party at the Nerd Bar. Nerd at the Nerd Bar. A 30 signing card vault by Tom Brady. That's dope. At Mandalay Bay, that's what's up. Then the comedy show at 11:30. And the 18th, WrestleCon again. And okay, of course, on those days, WrestleMania and blah, blah, blah. But this here is the schedule of the Good Brothers alone and what they're going to be doing. If you're out in Vegas during this week from Wednesday on, check it out. Check it out. Check it the fuck out.
Shout out to my bro, Hammer.
Shout out
from
to
the Falcons and talkandshop.com. I'm sorry, patreon.com/talkandshop. That's where we all met. That's where we all originated from. That's where we kick it every single day in the chat and make jokes and show love to each other.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, just to nice. Just to add, before they get to Vegas tonight, so this drops on the Sunday the 12th. Tonight they're in Charleston.
Oh yeah,
Charleston, South Carolina. MLW Fusion taping, and then that next day, I know Mel had talked about this. They're appearing at a children's hospital.
Children's hospital for charity. Yeah, man, that's awesome, and that's stuff they talk about all the time.
Yeah.
They love doing those events. When they were in WWE and everything, they were the ones going out to all the signings and events to talk to the people because they are some of the best talkers in the business, and they love the kids that they understand what they understand what they are to the business and what the business is to them. So they love doing those events. So they to be doing that when they were in Charleston to do that event Monday morning with that children's hospital. That's awesome. The Good Brothers, man.
Absolutely, why brothers living in there.
And why the Monday after Mania might be possible is because they've got the 19th WrestleCon, like you mentioned, Mel, And then there's a little bit of a couple of days break, and then they're off to a 2.5-week tour of Pro Wrestling Noah.
Oh yeah,
So
and
they might have Monday open, is all I'm saying.
There's some teams, and then like just WrestleCon. When's the Hall of Fame, by the way? Because they should be inducting AJ, but we could deep dive into that whenever. But when's the Hall of Fame within all
They
of this?
talk-
Do we know?
yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday, right? So they talked about that on the on the episode that talked about who should be inducting AJ into the Hall of Fame, and they brought up some names. You know, of course, they
Friday
said
the
it makes
17th?
sense that they should. Yeah, it made sense that they should, or Samoa Joe. You know what I mean? They brought up Joe, the Bucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Taker. They brought up those names, but of course, in my opinion, I think it should be. What do y'all think?
I mean, I think definitely the Good Brothers, but I was listening to that when they were talking about it, and one name that they didn't bring up that I thought of, because everybody, it was like either Samoa Joe or Christopher Daniels, who are in AEW, and I thought, well, maybe Frankie Kazarian, because they've got a good relationship with TNA. But yeah, I definitely would love it if it was the Good Brothers. That seems like the most appropriate one.
Right.
No bias here, right? Definitely no bias for me. Never any bias.
I mean, it says it in
Yeah.
your name, bro.
But I mean, they said maybe the Undertaker. I'm like, come on, man, you can't say the Undertaker over the Good Brothers.
No,
Let's make sure we get ourselves over real quick and plug. The Grunt Gang has the greatest big man of all time tournament. Mel just finished posting it, editing and posting that. The Human Editing Machine, Mel. That is up on all the platforms. Peep that to see how unbiased I am, and my homies here. Great wrestling opinions. We have a blast.
Unbiased, but all in love,
Hey,
bro. It's love.
You know what got me when Tony said DJ Dominguez's music hits on Monday night? I was like, pop, big pop. Yep, book it, Tony.
Yo, hey, we got to talk about that though. I mean, you did make the music of the new intro music. If they appear on Raw, they're using music that millions of people will see, bro. That's what's up. That's good shit.
That would be absolutely one. I was already stoked on the Good Brothers being on Monday Night Raw, but I mean, I'm watching them wherever they're going, TBH, and that's what
No doubt.
this pod is for. Also, is watching them wherever they go. We got clips. They're going to be in Vegas all through there. One of our things is to make sure that if you catch the Good Brothers in the wild while they're out there, send us a video clip. Take some video with them. Get a picture with them. Go to their meet and greets, and then send it to gruntgang1@gmail.com. We'll put it on our show. We're coming up on Bleav every Sunday, thanks to the Good Brothers and Mel for making that happen. So I'm going to be in Vegas for a couple of days. Darren's going to be in Vegas for a couple of days. If I can get out of Vegas without him armbarring or RNCing me, you will get clips of wherever I'm, and no guarantee. He owes me some receipts. He owes me some receipts.
Right.
I'm beyond excited about, linking up. And then obviously seeing those guys. I'm going to make a point to go to the Card Vault and check that out. I'm probably going to get into the comedy show as well. I'm getting in from a 13-hour flight that day, so I might be a little bit jet lagged.
Goodness.
But don't think that I won't put you to sleep.
We're going to be getting videos out in the wild. I will be there. I will lead by example. I don't want to see a bunch of my footage on there. I want your footage. I want Falcon's best footage.
Yes. And also, if you
We're
see
popping the
him
boys.
in the
That's what we're
wild
here
in
for.
Vegas, please harass him and say, I love your music, and take photos with him. Make him sign autographs. Don't ask me, because I'm going to do it. He's going to begrudgingly do it.
No, private security to the stars. Darren has said he is off and he is not working that week. He is still on vacation. So I will be with my private security, Ren, who is scarier than Darren in so many other ways.
Yeah.
Ren, Van Dam, our tiebreaker, our other unbiased in the household.
Right.
So that is Mania. I know there's a lot of Mania talk on the To the Masses pod that dropped on Wednesday morning. They were talking with Kaedon, Joe, and or Joel about Mania. and they were fantasy booking there. One of the things they fantasy booked was working with Jericho, which is on the other side of the door, right? Is that a wall or a door? There's a forbidden door that was open, but there's also a wall. I don't know what to call it.
But he breaks the wall down. Jericho breaks the wall down, though.
That's
So that doesn't
I
even
hate
matter.
you so much.
well. Do you any
That's so good. Way to go.
Darren?
That's a
Darren,
good
did
one.
anything make the list for you from that Wednesday show that you wanted to talk about?
Wow, you transitioned from Jericho to the list. I love that for you. We talking live or we talking to the masses?
No, we're gonna get to the live, but to the masses. Do you have anything to the masses?
So to the masses, again, I said it last night. I'll say it again. I love listening to Joe talk. The dude is a just absolute
Yeah, man.
encyclopedia for things. His
Love me.
his memory and his recall ability is crazy.
He's so
Uh,
young,
he's-
too.
Yes, he's a treat to the industry. He does amazing work.
Love
Check
it.
him out if you haven't checked him out. And then, ironically, he talked about giving Kaedon the rookie treatment. I forgot Kaedon was on the podcast,
Yeah.
and then Machine Gun looped him back in. I was like, oh yeah, there's a fourth guy on here. So he legitimately gave him the rookie rub.
And Kaedon took it and ran with some great. You got the brothers to fantasy book. How the fuck?
Yeah.
Honestly, I want to do a podcast with Kaedon because he's the heel on that show. I want two heels together, money.
But yeah, just to piggyback on what Darren was saying, I don't know if you guys have checked it out yet, but Joel did a interview with MJF.
Interview with him.
That was really
That was
that was
it was
great.
great.
He's
It was
great, man. He does great work.
Yeah, for sure. We got to do we got to get a crossover episode. We got to get Joe on. I just want to talk to him. How did he get so interested? Yeah, how did he get so interested in the wrestling and get all this information because he had to go back and get, YouTube and all that stuff because he wasn't around for most of this shit that he can just recall on the. It's just impressive. So yeah, I'd love to hear what he says about that.
Can we vote
I
and
love
make
that. Also
Joe
love Darren.
Grunt GanG adjacent?
He's got my vote.
Joe is straight up Grunt GanG. Joe is Grunt
Okay,
GanG.
I love that too.
Joe is Grunt GanG in my book.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to be Joe, it's official now.
I mean, I'm the
It's over.
Joe is Grunt GanG, baby.
It's over.
Joe is definitely Grunt GanG. I'm a Joe. I got his shirt as soon as it dropped. I'm a Joe Hulbert guy. We all have shirts. Everybody makes shirts now. Darren trying to start a whole other podcast behind our backs is in poor taste. I don't know who would ever do that. That's terrible. But you know what? We keep him around because he makes sick ass merch for us on our site, the Dashery. So shout out to Darren for that. Was there
Speaking
anything
of which,
else from that one with the boys, or should we go to the live? Oh, what is that?
this is a Tone Just Fall Down coffee mug with the great logo that the great Darren made of Tone. Check it out on Dashery. He's trying to put his daughter to college
The branding.
so that my daughter can go to an opposite college and beat her in softball.
And that is on gruntgangpod.dashery.com.
Yep.
There it is.
Check it out.
Hey.
Check it out.
Hey, I had one thing before we move on to the live from that podcast that I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. And it made me, watching SmackDown the other night, made me think about it because, Pat McAfee was talking about CM Punk and it was going beyond Cody. And just kind of got me thinking and listening to that podcast. I was just feeling like, man, it just feels like there's going to be a third man when it comes to, Pat and Randy. And I don't know if it's Pat kind of representing this like higher level person or what, but I'm like,
Let's talk about it.
and their logo, the shirt, it was just giving off NWO vibes. And I was watching SmackDown thinking like, man, who is a the third man. And I just wanted to throw that out there to you guys and bring in some of the names that they were talking about, not as the third man, but just as being linked with Randy. You know, they talked about Arn Anderson, Ted DiBiase Jr. But like, what do you think now that Pat McAfee's involved with this, about it being, you know, The Rock, Shane McMahon, or even I saw KO today. What do you think about them kind of like expanding this group maybe?
Yeah.
So I had a thought.
Yeah, go ahead, Darren.
You go back to the WrestleMania where we had Triple H versus Sting, right? And you had the NWO come out, you had DX come out, and they fought. What if for this match we get Bob Orton comes out for Orton, and we get Arn Anderson come out for Cody, and we get the old guard and the new guard, and we get a little bit of that kind of throwback fight again.
I'll take Arn Anderson. I'm fine with that any day. Love an Arn Anderson segment.
So like that's interesting. So like that, would they take it to where Arn is with Cody on this side? Because before they ended in AEW, wasn't it the other way around? They were pitted against towards the end of Cody at AEW, right? So of course WWE would bring him in and have him on Cody's side. But if y'all remember, until
you get the fuckery and Arn double crosses him again.
Yeah.
Real quick on that double cross subject, is Cody kind of running a 90s Sting thing where he makes friends with people and they turn on him? Is that his deal? Because that wasn't that WCW blonde hair 90s Sting is like, oh, me and Lex are homies, and then like turns on him and starts another podcast. And then like, oh, me and this guy are homies. yeah.
He couldn't keep happening when he had blonde hair. Nah, everybody hated blonde hair. Is it a blonde hair thing? I'm saying it might be a blonde hair thing. I don't know. But you're right. No, everybody that he teamed up with back then.
How many times is that happening to Cody now?
Man, it could be, and could this be the thing that turns him dark? That turns him away from the Unite?
Because it definitely seems like Randy has to walk out with the title.
Yeah, it feels like it. It feels like he should.
So,
just so that Gunther can retire him next Mania.
Is Gunther just the retirer now?
I love that.
Yeah. He'll retire.
I can't see Orton retiring like that.
I can't either. I just threw it out there.
Oh, Orton got
why not?
Yeah. Don't you put that even on
retiring somebody? He's retired. It'll probably be Ray. It might be Ray. I think Ray is a better. Just be a triple.
Okay, we're changing the subject. We're not talking about Ray retiring because
I know. We're moving along. Yeah, but sorry. Yeah.
Still real, damn it. Why are you doing that? You did that to make me mad, huh? That's messed up.
Yeah, but that'd be great.
Talking about Ray. Oh, Ray should retire, man. Fuck him.
That's on me.
Leave Ray alone.
But
there's so much.
So as far as
we can't escape.
It's so much, man, and I'm just glad WrestleMania season's here. It's the Super Bowl for me. You know what I mean? I'm a football guy and a wrestling guy, and Super Bowl and WrestleMania are huge to me. And I love this shit.
Plus, I think what's going to happen is that Jelly Roll is going to be the third man. He's going to turn on.
I'm not sick of Jelly Roll.
But whose side is he on anyway?
Get away from
him. But whose side is he on anyway?
Whose side is Jelly Roll on? Who gives a shit?
I'm sick of him always being the guy. When he comes on, and he just always has to have this. He's always got to be the nice guy. You were this for so long, and we wanted you here. And I'm like, fuck off.
It seems like
highlight was the last few years. Jelly Jam. That was my favorite thing.
Yeah.
It feels like the road to WrestleMania has lost its luster in the last few years, though, for me. Because it used to be can't miss TV every week. And now it's just kind of like one of those like, okay.
All right. So I
I
have
don't know
one
if it's
more
just me
take
getting
on
older
this.
and more jaded or what.
No, I agree with that. I mean, I think it started with the Saudi Royal Rumble. I just wasn't as into it as previous Royal Rumbles, and then, but yeah,
That one was a bummer to me. Yeah. So there was talk about bringing the celebrities in, right? And I just it was pretty divisive. I feel like the real wrestling fans, the really hardcore wrestling fans, guys like us, were not happy with Pat McAfee and your Jelly Jams and whoever your Yachties and whoever else they're putting into the mix for WrestleMania. Yeah, we don't need all that, right? Because we don't want that. But I just want to remind y'all that WrestleMania, the tradition of WrestleMania has always been bringing in celebrities since from beginning. They brought in your James Browns and your Mr. T's. Nobody gave a fuck about Mr. T's work rate. You know what I mean? Cyndi Lauper,
But
Mayweather.
the difference is
It's a WrestleMania
Pat
tradition. It's
McAfee
for the casuals.
Pat McAfee can actually work though. You know,
I don't think we give a fuck,
5 matches,
bro.
and I mean they've all been stellar with people that can work and have a high work rate. His match with Adam Cole was phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm not saying that at all, but he doesn't need to be in this story, though. He doesn't need to be here.
And
I get
Adam
it.
Cole could have had
You
a
know what I
match with
mean?
me that was phenomenal. Like Adam Cole's
Like
the shit.
put him in a match put him with somebody else in there and have them to be the celebrity in their match. We don't need this with Randy Cody. That story is fucking perfect in itself, and it's easy. You don't need any other
Get him up out of there.
No,
It's
they,
like me
they
being on
convoluted
screen.
it for sure, but that's
Yeah.
what they do best.
Yeah.
Like me being on screen with the Good Brothers and AJ Styles. We don't need to see that. What's this guy doing here? Yeah, I'm sure he's cool. Put him with someone else. Yeah, give him his own show with his buddies off to the side there. There you go. Put him.
You in the sauna? You in the sauna?
You got kids, Domingue? Community. All right. So
Yeah.
I think that's the divisive part about Mania. And Mel, off the top of your head, if you're not putting Pat with those two guys, who are you putting him with? Like, put him somewhere else. If you're not going to put him in the main card.
If I'm not putting him in the main card, I'd keep him. Why not pit him against fucking Gunther again?
Yeah, have Gunther retire Pat McAfee. I love it. Book it. Take my money.
Come on, man.
I don't know. I mean, that was just the first. I don't know. I don't know. Like just
Right.
Again, off the top of my, I need to be in the Roman and Seth thing, of course.
Yeah. Well,
or not Roman and Seth, Roman and CM.
it took 6 episodes, but we agree on something.
I mean, you don't think
I mean,
there we go.
Definitely not.
I mean, you could do
Thank
anything.
goodness.
You could even do like a segment with just like, Kit Wilson comes out and complains that he's not on the card, and Danhausen comes out, curses him, and then Pat McAfee lays the boots to him, and it's just like a nice little moment or something like that.
Okay, so the consensus is anywhere but those main events.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Hey, but
that's
you know
basically
what?
what I was saying. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like this might be a deep dive for another day. There's more, but we had a Falcons Nest main event on the Wednesday night live as well. Talkn Shop live on Wednesday night. Special guest, the Bleav, was on there, and what a great episode! I was just happy to be back on after being threatened to be fired. That neither of the Good Brothers threatened us, except for a machine gun at the beginning of the To the Masses pod when he decided to use a gong instead of a bell for the Undertaker. More on that later. But I was so glad to see Mel back there. I'm glad that he didn't get shit canned. I was so glad to see Joe or Joel from the other side of the world up late night. Luckily, Finn's influence didn't all the way get to Machine Gun, and we were brought back on. But the live was such a love fest. It was so cool. I love reading the comments. I have a top comment, but were there any takeaways other than the Bleav? I could listen to the Bleav, LG, and Machine Gun talk all night because that was so sweet. So cool. Tony, Darren, Mel. What y'all think?
So I'll go ahead. it was really cool to see Mama Gun and Bethany hanging out in the chat,
Yes.
supporting the men in their lives. That was so super sick. I also saw the Grunt Gang YouTube was live in the chat, poking around. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
But Mel and I have heat over something he said on the live.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Yes, please lean in.
Oh, I'm here, baby. What the? Oh.
You said D Money was Grunt Gang adjacent,
Mm.
and I
This
was
is
like,
a great question. Is D
I
is
feel
D-Money
like
Grunt
somebody
Gang?
else had used the term Grunt Gang adjacent that was not on that live.
Mm.
Stolen valor, man. Stolen valor.
Wait,
I
wait,
mean,
are you saying that
So-
he's not?
big question?
He is, however, he could have picked any other myriad of words. He used my exact verbiage.
Copyright,
Bro.
You know why he
Gimmick
got to use the
infringement.
exact verbiage?
Gimmick infringement.
You know why he got to use the exact verbiage? Because he's
'Cause
on
he's
the
on
show
there and I
you're in the
wasn't.
comments.
Oh, I know. Listen, don't make me wig out.
That's that.
Listen, if you can't steal from your, if
That's
you can't
that
steal from your
NC
brothers,
station.
hey man,
Yeah.
we're borrowing.
That's
And
not.
that was
That's
the
that.
thing. He got a big pop about that from the boys. And I was like, motherfucker, that was my words.
Hey, gotta get in where you fit in,
I'll tell
baby.
you.
You gotta get in where
The
you
heels are turning on each other again.
You know what I'm saying?
Can you add like
Get in where
the,
you fit, baby.
can you add the copyright symbol like in the chat? Can you do that to your comments?
Time out.
I'm making a fucking new shirt and it's going to say Grunt Gang adjacent, not Mel in parentheses.
Oh, come on. Come on.
To the VP
Come
and the president
on.
the VP and the president, a constant power struggle. We're gonna keep that going. Deep dive.
I got one more
day.
thing from the
Oh,
live that completely popped me.
Give me 100 on it, man. I'm not editing it.
Brother Teresa is one funny fucking cat in the live comments.
Oh, yeah.
When he
That's
commented the
you.
Orient
You and one of your
Express for the Undertaker,
Yeah.
no, it's not me.
I know you're a brother,
It's
Teresa.
not me, bro.
It's not.
I watched this like several days later. It's not me. His render with Hulk Hogan, hilarious. The comments in the live, hilarious. But the Orient Express for
That's
the Undertaker
Darren.
cracked me up. He's not
Screams
wrong though,
Darren.
because like every time I hear it, I expect Jimmy Wang Yang to come on.
Jimmy Wayne.
The reluctant.
Because it's like, bang, and I'm like, Jimmy's here. No, he's not. All right, it's Undertaker time.
One of the underrated parts of the Talking Shop Live to me is the comments. I have to watch and not watch. I'm supposed to watch and kind of keep me and Mel message about the things and stuff like that, doing production things. But then I see a comment from Tony and I'm like, I don't even want to read this because I know I'm going to sit there and pop at it. I see a comment from Darren or one of his secret identities, and I know it's just going to pop me. Like that's how these guys got on here. That's how they're known, as they're witty cats, as you can see. I do have a favorite comment. I screenshotted. Surprisingly, I couldn't believe it. It cracked me up. I think it was the timing of it. We won't bring it up, but it was during Machine Gun's outstanding transition to the Blue Chew read, because that guy is
That was great. That shit was cut. That was
so
great.
good. Yeah. And I go and I look at the chat for a split second and I see the future of ED is here, ... Blade. And I fucking died. Because it was a Falcons Nester, the Wisco, who did it. The Falcons Nesters, the Talking Shop Patreon crew are always on top of it.
Yeah.
And if you know,
Great comment, man.
you know.
Not a fan of some of your other comments. That one was a great one. That one's a great one.
Yeah. And if you're a listener and you're not in the Patreon, or you haven't joined the YouTube lives, or been on the fence, thought about it, but haven't done it, we strongly encourage it. I mean, it is just nonstop laughter. If you're out there and you love wrestling and you're looking for a community of like-minded people that just want to laugh, it's yes, it is the best community out there.
Community. Yes,
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Good
That was
shit.
one of my highlights.
Good
I
shit.
always the highlights. I actually have to go back and watch the live chat because of how great it is.
There's a handful of guys that are in the Patreon that are good for some like high quality nuggets in the YouTube live. Ducky's always good for one.
Ducky's
Dewisco,
good, yeah.
Dewisco will drop some gems from time to time, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
you got me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bunch of
No,
witty
that's good
cats.
stuff.
Me
We'll have
from
tons of
any of
guests.
my thousands of burner accounts.
LG's
So
missing
many
cat.
banners. It's ridiculous.
New face.
Bro,
I don't know who that
you're
is.
LG's
LG's
missing
missing
cat?
cat popped me huge.
Are you LG's missing cat?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
No.
of course you are.
Who is?
No,
Come on.
I don't know who LG's. I don't know who LG's missing.
I have
No.
no idea. I'm not
I
witty
feel
enough
like-
for that
I
shit.
feel like
I don't
it's-
know.
I- you know who I
I'm too
think-
high for that shit.
I think it is Son of Reptile or whoever that was. I think
That was
That
me.
was
I
you
was,
too, though.
I was El
Yeah.
Hijo de Reptile.
what the fuck?
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
that was Tony. You didn't know
Say
that?
that.
Hold
Say
on.
that again.
Breaking news.
Say that. Say
Breaking
that out
news.
loud. Say that out loud again,
Breaking
please.
news.
I was El Hijo de Reptile.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
No fucking way, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Dude. I think it was the accent. The accent threw me.
Oh,
The
thanks,
accent
man.
threw me. What the fuck? So he's definitely LG's
that-
missing cat too.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
LG's
right?
missing cat.
Or is it Riley Rivera?
Okay, tell me a year later, just like
Yeah,
you found this out.
Riley Rivera.
No.
Yeah,
No, I swear.
10-year-old in the Patreon.
Dude, she would do it, man. She's hilarious.
100%.
That is absolutely of course, Tony with another bomb, another clip. Tony just blew this wide. Am I the only one that didn't know or what?
I don't think Mel knew
Hey.
either.
No, I didn't know. I
Do the brothers know? Are they gonna find out? Are they gonna find
No.
out that it was Tony?
I don't think they knew previously, but they will now.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, we just got our first scoop,
Yeah.
breaking news on this first episode of the Grunt Gang recap. What a fun night it's been. What a fun time it's
Man,
been. Night and
yeah,
day,
man.
whatever the time it is.
Yeah.
This is every Sunday morning. We're busy guys. Mel's a human editing machine. We have our own pod, the Grunt Gang pod, going too. I just need a final answer real quick. Is D Money Grunt Gang? Oh, looks like we're out of time. We'll have to go figure that out next week.
Kings of
more on
Cash.
that, I guess. Kings of Cash, but not Gang of Cash.
baby. There it is.
Hey, I gotta
Yeah.
say one last thing. One quote from one of either the pod or the live. Machine Gun says, yeah, D Money, he's our hardcore champion because he edits our podcast.
Okay, let's see what kind of work we can get him to do for us so he could be Grunt Gang. And then
Yeah, there you go. There
Now
you
you're
go.
thinking.
There
Yeah.
we go. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
That's
Corny
That's
as
why we
fuck. I
brought-
love it.
that's why we brought him along. That's their idea guy. There you
Okay.
go. Let's
you know what, masses? Thank you for joining us. If you lasted all this
yeah,
time,
man.
you must have taken
you.
some. Never mind that. If you lasted all this time, thank you. We will be back next week. Me, DJ Domingo, my new name. Thank you, Stevie Ray. Tony the Fall Down Man. Any last words for the people before we see them next week?
No, man, this was great. It's always great talking with you guys.
Darren on remote, on location, the Globetrotter.
As per tradition, now just fuck you guys.
Big Pop. Slim Majors.
Love it.
My OG, Triple OG, Big Hammy.
Yo, big announcement in the front row podcast. Check it out. This Friday, we have the great Tito Santana on the show for an interview on In the Front Row.
Let's
Yes,
Okay.
yes. He'll be the third. I've had Dan Severn on. We've had Mark Merrow on. This time, yeah, and then Derek Brunson, but that's just combat sports, you know what I mean? So, but yes, Tito effing Santana will be joining In the Front Row for an interview this Friday. Check it out. That episode will be up sometime next week.
And where can you find that, Mel?
In the Front Row podcast on YouTube, Spotify, all platforms, just the same places you can find Grunt Gang podcast. All platforms, everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Amazing.
everything. We're there, baby. Check it out.
Amazing. I want to hear about that next week more than I want to figure out whether D Money is Grunt Gang. I want to hear
Yeah.
about Tito Santana. I
We'll
have
have answers to both.
Love it. Love it. And of course, you can find me everywhere at VXDEDXB. I know it sounds weird, but if you Google that, you will find everything, all my music, all that shit. But you'll see me every week with the Grunt Gang and every Wednesday night on Talkn Shop Live with who knows who. You never know what's going to happen. Thank you again for joining us. This is the Grunt Gang. Grunt Gang recap. Grunt Gang recap. Let's get the fuck out of here, baby.
Big shout out to the Machine Gun Carl Anderson and the Big LG Doc Gallows. And you can reach the Grunt Gang at Grunt Gang Pod on Instagram. Thank you for watching this Talkn Shop Community Podcast brought to you by Big Mail and